Hello my YouTube family, this is Anthony here, and I'm here with a different kind of video. I wanted to try to add some more content to my channel, and just bear with me. This is the first time I've actually attempted to make something on video. So I usually, when I share something I've made, I just share the finished product, but I want to try something different and see how it goes. This project here was inspired by Dear Julie. She made some, what were they? Like, they're washi tape feathers, and she made them out of like the toothpick and the washi tape, and also she did use some wire, and these could be used for embellishments and things like that. So I had watched her video and I got inspired to make some washi tape earrings using the same technique and using the wire. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you what I came up with. I'm using just some things I already had on hand. I didn't go out and buy anything new. This is some of the beatery craft wire that I had on hand, and it is 24 gauge. Now I think I probably will purchase some thicker wire to make more of these, but to try it out I use that because I had it on hand. I have two of the earring, what do you call them, the earring hooks. I have two of those. So I cut two pieces of the wire, and then I picked out a few seed beads, a package of some seed beads that I had. I have many colors, but I think these will work well for what I'm trying to show you today. I have these little round nose pliers, I think they're called. I'm not too good with the terms of the different tools yet. And then it has a cutter in the inside there. You could use these if you have thicker wire that you need to cut, but actually I've just been using just some good old scissors on this wire because it is very thin. So I'm going to use this roll of washi tape, and you can use any colors that you'd like. I've made a few pair. I've made this pair here with the green and white, and all of them are not like the perfect match, but feathers are not all the same, so I try to keep them, you know, close in size. But let me go ahead before the video gets too long. So I take my wire and I lay it out, and then I get a piece of washi tape, and let's see here. Now I try to center the wire in the middle of the washi tape, and you can make them as long or short as you want. I'm going to try to move fast, so it may not be perfect, but then I do that, and then I cut it off. And what I've done with a couple of them, I've decided to do 2 layers of the washi tape on each side, and that makes it a little sturdier. So I try to press this down really good to get that wire to adhere to the tape, which it still sometimes comes off. So I lift it up and I flip it over, and I do the same thing on the other side. I lay my tape down. I try to line it up. Doesn't always work out, but I do that, and then I add another piece. So I put 2 pieces of washi tape on each side, and I trim it. Okay, and then this is what you have. So the next step is to trim it up and shape it to look like a leaf. But first I go in with my scissors and cut down into a point. To get as closest to the wire as possible. And I flip it over and I do the same thing. Okay. Then I try to shape this somewhat into a leaf by rounding it here. And then I try to trim to make sure that the tape is not overlapped, like one side of the piece sticking out. So I just try to trim it up. And this one is kind of skinny. I'm trying to keep it as wide as possible. I like using the wider washi tape so you have a fatter feather. Oops. So this is what I end up with. Looks like a leaf. So then what I do is I go in with my scissors at a slant and cut slits all the way down. And you see it starts giving it that feather effect. So I go all the way down the side, cutting slits. And excuse the noise, I am in the basement in my craft area, and I'm also trying to get laundry done. So I apologize if you hear the washing machine. And so then I go to this side and do the same exact thing. And I try to put my wire all the way almost to the tip to prevent me from cutting through, because you have to be careful if there's no wire up in here. When you cut your slits, you have to be really careful that you don't cut through your feather. So up here always makes me nervous, but I'll stop right there. And then once I've done that, I take my fingers and I just run them down the tape to try to fluff it out some, and it makes it look more like feathers. So I do that, and then I turn it over and I do that. So this is what you're in with. You can go back and play with it and fluff it more. So then once I've gotten that done, I pick out a few seed beads or small little beads. Actually, any kind of beads that you would like, actually. So I want to get a set. Well, anyway, I'll just throw on. I usually put around 4 beads on there. So you just thread them on the wire. And then what I do is, I think I'm going to cut a little bit of the wire off, just a little. And then I take my little plier things here around it, and I just start twisting the wire around. And I'm still learning, so it may not be the correct way. to do this, but I twist it around, and then that end that sticks out, I try to get it in there so that it will not, I twisted it too tight just then, poke you. So if I can get it back, okay. So I stuck the pliers back through the hole, and I'm trying to squeeze this wire together. And then I twist it just to turn it around. You got to be careful too, because when you're twisting that wire, sometimes you push the beads down too far into the tape and it squishes up the bottom. So this is what you end up with. I'm trying to get that little tip bent in. Okay, so this is what I have. And then I take the earring loop and open it up with these little pliers here, and I put them in the hole of the earring and close it back up. I give it a little squeeze here to make sure that it's closed so that it does not fall off, and then you end up with an earring. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the other one real quick, and I will be right back. This is what I end up with. 2 feather earrings, and these are really easy to make. They'll make nice gifts for someone. You can make them for yourself to coordinate with some of your outfits. Like I said, I was inspired to do this by watching Dear Julie's video. I will try to link her video that she shared making the washi tape feathers for embellishments and things in the description box below. So thank you all for watching. If you like this kind of video, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Share in the comments any criticisms you have or anything that can help me in doing videos like this. So thank you, and God bless. Bye-bye.